get up and leave? Why do they get up and leave? Tell you they love you.
What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the NBA recap. And I know you guys ran off that last video, and I'm super appreciative of it. Super appreciative. Oh wait, hold on. Before we start the video, before we get into the games, I know what you guys are thinking, man. I need you, your ass need a cut, bro. You need a cut, bro. You looking low, man. Ugh. I know, okay. I know. I needed a cut since August. I know this. I know this. I'm gonna try and get a cut soon. It's just that it's a whole thing going on in the world. I can't really do much with it right now. So I'm just gonna have to leave like this. And you're just gonna have to enjoy it because you're still gonna like this video. Hopefully. Alright, so we're gonna get into some of these games that happened last night and see which ones impressed me and see which ones that I wanted to analyze. There were some that were a little bit stinkers, but some of them were pretty good. So we're getting into some. All right, so the first game I want to talk about is the Lakers versus the Heat, man. The NBA Finals rematch, and what seemed to be a Finals buildup was alright, but not that crazy what people were dubbing it to be. Um, I think the Heat, I feel like they're finally starting to get back into form, into shape on who they're trying to be. I believe they've won their last two games. And I think they're trying to get back into that culture that they've had before, where their backs are against the wall and they need to win. And I really appreciate how they're doing that with against these teams. I know they just blew like a big lead against Golden State like a couple games ago. But hey, we're not gonna talk about that. All right, they're still trying to get into form. I feel like they still can probably make the playoffs if they do work together. And I hope that everyone is okay. I believe Tyler Hero went out with an injury. I think I didn't see him like a couple. I didn't see him like the second half. I don't believe. So I hope he's all right. Still, this team is still riddled with injuries. I can't really say much about it. Since they still got injuries, still got Avery Bradley going, Dragic is out, and now potentially Tyler Hero. So you have to start guys that they don't really usually put into. Oh man, that Max Struess dude, bro, like 0 for 7, man. I know you're good, man, but you cannot be 0 for 7 in this league, bro. I'm sorry, you cannot be 0 for 7. You cannot be 0 for 7. All right, for the Lakers. Once again, I can't really judge this team because they're so injury ridden. Like Anthony Davis is out, then out of the blue, Dennis Schroeder is out, and it's just like, bro, no, you don't have your starting point guard or starting four. Like what can you do? This game really raised some questions that everyone is having in the back of their minds, and if they're gonna like complete it. Is LeBron James really a lock for MVP this year? Now listen, I know there was this. I know like they were super short-handed, and they can't really get that same production that they would get from Shooter and Anthony Davis. But still, man, this was not LeBron's best game. This was not LeBron's best game. I know he ended up with 1999. I mean, he's always going to give you those stats. But at the end of the day, like this was not a very good game for him. The Heat had this thing where they were like suffocating him in the pick and roll. Where hey, in the first of all, in the first half, he was going in the paint, attacking everybody. There were no switches, and there were switches, and he was just attacking everybody. But in the second half, they were just like, no switch, no switch. We are making you pass the ball. We are kicking it to Wesley Matthews. We're kicking it to KCP, kicking it to Marcus Gasol. But you was not driving the paint, bro. You was not driving the paint. They had this thing where like there was no switching. There was no switching. Everyone was made on LeBron James or double him because why wouldn't you? No Anthony Davis, no Dennis Schroeder, no doubt we're gonna fuck LeBron James. Like it's simple. 1999. It wasn't really his best game. He was pretty bad from the field. But hey, I feel like me personally, I don't really bet against LeBron James. He's always been able to pick himself up after a big loss. So I'm pretty sure he can do that later. Once again, if you want to say this injures his MVP case, go ahead. I mean, it's really not that big of a deal. I mean, there's still what at least 8 more games until Anthony Davis comes back. Maybe he'll show you something there. Who knows? The next game I want to talk about is the Hornets versus the Warriors. Man, this was a good game to watch because I love watching these Hornets play. Anytime they're playing, they're always playing with this competitive swagger that you want to like watch. It's so engaging, so enticing. You want to always be there when they're making big shots. This was the game where, well, first of all, this was a game that Steph Curry did not play. You know, this is his hometown, I believe. This is a game that they should have played, but he didn't. Something about an illness. I hope he's all right. Hope he can play the next game, but he should be all right. It's Steph Curry for what we're talking about. But this game was very entertaining, bro. This game was very entertaining. This guy, man, this guy Wiggins is proving all the haters wrong from his past, man. This guy has been on a tear on the offensive and defensive end. Like, especially last night when he was just shooting that. He was just stroking, bro. That John was going crazy. That dude can shoot, bro. And I love what they're doing with Kelly Oubre. No, Kelly Oubre is finally getting back into his shape, finally getting back into his role as the wing that they need. And they have just been stroking under Draymond Green. They've just been stroking that ball, man. And it's going crazy. I love what their team is doing, trying to preserve these guys and making them into the team that they want around Steph Curry to make a deep playoff push. And obviously that may not be the case this year, but definitely next year when Klay Thompson comes back, you guys will be up on that upper echelon of teams where you guys can compete, which I really appreciate you guys doing. Man, but for the Hornets, man, the Hornets. Terry, Scary Terry, whatever you want to call him, man, that dude is going crazy for the Hornets, man. He's averaging what, 20 something points? That dude is going crazy for them. He just completely took over in that fourth quarter. This was a game where LaMelo, all their teammates weren't really doing well because they didn't play for almost a week. So like obviously everyone was rusty. But Terry Rozier was on his shit. He was going crazy. What do you have? How many points do you have in the fourth quarter? Like 20? Man, that dude was going crazy. Like it seemed like every shot that Kelly Oubre would have made for the Warriors or Andrew Wiggins would have made, he just returned it back with a step back three, just a pull up three. Like he was just stroking that ball and it was going crazy. The Hornets really needed him because they were falling short. It seemed like they were not gonna pull this game out, but luckily they did. Let's talk about that last sequence. That last sequence is like Draymond Green. You cannot get a tech at that point in the game. Why would you do? I know the call looked kind of weird, even though I believe they did call a time before you guys had to handle the ball. But still, you cannot get a tech at that moment in time. That is a crucial part of the game, and you cannot get a tech, much less an ejection. It's you can't. This is the game where you need to win, and you cannot get a tech at that moment, bro. You cannot get a tech like this. Like they just tied it up, and then Terry Rozier goes in the corner, hits the game winner, hits the game winning two, and now you're feeling sorry for yourself because you should have never got that tech. Y'all probably would have won that game if you guys didn't get that tech. Draymond Green, please control your emotions at the end of games. I love you, bro. I love what you're doing for the Warriors, but you have to control your emotions at the end of the game. But far be it from me from telling that NBA star to, calm their emotions during a weird call. But hey, it's whatever. Next thing I want to talk about is the Suns versus the Grizzlies. I don't really have much to say about this game, even though I believe Justice Winslow came back finally. But the Grizzlies, man, they look kind of rusty. I'm not gonna hold you. They're kind of rusty. I don't know why. Most main problem because they're trying to integrate Julius Randle into the lineup, which is a good way. But obviously, excuse me, Justice Winslow into the lineup, and I don't think it's really, he has to get back into shape, man. It's only been I think it's been what, 2 years since he touched the basketball, since he played on the court. Man, they need to work. They need to gradually work him back into the lineup and gradually put him back in the lineup. The Suns, man, absolutely steamrolled the Grizzlies, man. It was a pretty convincing win. Nothing really much to say about it. Just that the Suns, man, are going to be a force to be reckoned with in that Western Conference, man. Force to be reckoned with. All right, man. The next thing we want to talk about is the Kings at the Bulls. The Kings at the Bulls. Not too much to say about this game. No, this game was pretty low on the radar for me. But I will say that man Zach Lavine must be an all-star, bro. He has to be an all-star lot. The numbers this guy's putting up, career highs in literally everything. This guy is going crazy, bro. Like, what is it, believe? 27 points. Like, dude, that dude is going crazy. Like, put this man in the All-Star game. This guy needs his All-Star love. I know the Bulls. I believe the Bulls are still in contention for a playoffs, but man, like, come on, you gotta put this guy in the starting. You gotta put this guy in the All-Star game. Like, they're going crazy. Everyone I believe played decent. Everyone I believe played decently. I mean, I didn't see too much that were issues. I didn't see too many that were issues. or well, I think more so that Kobe White is off too. But hey, go with the Bulls. For the Kings, this is just another game for them at this point. You know, De'Aaron Fox is still cooking up. I don't know if he had a really good game last game, but hey, he's cooking up. He should be in the All Star conversations. We don't know. Um, Maybe they can work their way to getting back into that playoff spot that they want. Because I know they're hungry for that playoff spot. But they're still continuing to work. Still continue to work through things that they need to work through, and everyone being back in the lineup, everyone getting their stuff back together. Especially with that nice rookie they have with Tyrese Halliburton. All right, the last game we are going to talk about is the Wizards at the Bulls. Wait, the Wizards at the Blazers. Ooh, almost got confused with the Bulls. These guys, as far as like games are going, the Wizards have been on their thing, man. They have been trying to get these points in check. I love how they're finally starting to finally click together as a team. You know, with Bradley Beal doing his thing, leading the league in scoring. Russell Westbrook trying to get back into his mode where he's the second guy on the team, and how he's facilitating, getting everybody involved, which I love Russell Westbrook for. You know me, I love my playmaking. But hey, the Wizards trying to put together. Hey man, they kind of almost sold this game, man. I'm not gonna cap. You know, them man. Let's talk about Damian Lillard, man. Damian Lillard, man. Well, first of all, I don't really like how all this new Damian Lillard love is coming from. Like, it's like you guys haven't really been watching basketball. Dude, that dude is a clutch. That dude is a clutch magnet, bro. That dude will do anything. And what did he have in the third quarter? Like 20 something points? That dude is going crazy, man. He should be in MVP conversations, which he probably is now. I don't know where all this Dame love came from. I guess they didn't watch any basketball to really know that he is a guy to do this. Um, Though I will commend the Blazers for still remaining in the standings even with all their injuries. CJ's out, and Nurkic, and I believe someone else is out. I don't remember, but man, they're still trying to do their best in staying in the standings, which I really appreciate of these Blazers. The Wizards, man, like I said, they're really starting to click together. I really like what they're doing with their squad, and I really enjoy how they're still able to stay competitive. They've got some big wins in the past, but they're still being able to stay competitive into all these teams, which I really appreciate from these guys because they've been the butt of everybody's jokes. This is a failure. Russell Westbrook is the cancer once again in the Wizards locker. No, okay, like no. Bradley Beal even said it. Russell Westbrook makes him a better player because he's been able to feed off Westbrook's energy and put it into games. But for all these teams, man. Once again, these are just regular season games at the end of the day. And some of these teams are already probably going to be a lot for the playoffs. And they're already just trying to get back into the motion. Obviously, with some of the other teams, they've had a shorter break with the shorter off season, and they're trying to get back into form. So they're just trying to get back into what they want to be as a team. So that's why most of these games kind of don't mean much in the long run. But at the end of the day, it's still a regular season game. It's still basketball we gotta watch. So But anyways, thank you guys for watching this episode of the NBA recap starring your boy Kenna. And I want to thank you guys for running my last video. My last video went crazy. I really hope you guys subscribe. Turn on your post notifications so you know when I post and you can get an instant view on my video. And please, 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 please follow me on the Instagram. I know my dumbass did not put the descriptions in right, but I'll try this time to put in the description my Instagram, my Snapchat, my Twitter, my TikTok. I'm gonna put it all in the description. Hopefully you guys will see it. Please let me know your opinions in the comments, what you agree on in this video, what you don't, and I will see you guys next time. We out. Peace.
They get up and leave. Why do they get up and leave? Tell you they love you, then get up and leave. I show the loyalty, taking these